Episode 4, Keyboard Courage, The Big Talkers Who Fold. Welcome back to The Seated Heart, where we keep it real about life, growth, and the issues that hit home. I'm your host, Jerne, and today we're talking about those people who talk a big game over text, but fold like paper when you confront them in person. You know the ones, mad courage behind a screen, but when it's time for face-to-face, they turn into cowards. Let's be honest, texting has made it real easy for people to say whatever they want. I've had my fair share of people who were quick to fire off disrespectful or bold messages, acting like they run things. And I'm sitting there like, okay, if you're really about that life, let's see you keep that same energy when we meet face-to-face. Spoiler alert, they never do. There's a sense of safety in texting, a distance that makes people feel invincible. They can talk all kinds of big money, big attitude, or even disrespect because there's no immediate consequence. But here's the truth. Most of them can't handle real confrontation. When you step to them in real life, they shrink. It's like all that keyboard courage just disappears. So why do people do this? Why do they feel braver behind a screen than in person? I think part of it is that texting gives people a false sense of control. They can carefully craft their words, hide their tone, and avoid the immediate reaction of the other person. But when it's time to stand up in real life, when you have to look someone in the eye and own your words, that's where true character is revealed. I've confronted people who had so much to say over text, and let me tell you, when it's time for real talk, they crumble. They can't look you in the eye, they stutter, they try to backtrack, or worse, they try to play the victim. It's wild. And let's not pretend this is just a personal problem. It's happening everywhere. We see it in relationships, friendships, even in the workplace. People feel emboldened behind screens, but real conflict resolution requires face-to-face communication, vulnerability, and courage. That's where the real work happens, not in the safety of a text bubble. Have you ever been in a situation where someone talked big, but when you step to them in person, they couldn't back it up? It's frustrating, right? Because we value authenticity. If you're going to say something, say it with your chest, whether it's in a text or standing right in front of me. Trust. Now, I've had to learn that not everyone is built for confrontation, but that doesn't excuse the behavior. I've also had to check myself, making sure that if I'm going to say something, I'm ready to stand behind it no matter where or how the conversation happens. There's nothing worse than being all talk and no action. So here's the question. Are you someone who hides behind the screen? Or do you stand on your words, whether it's in a text or in person? It's easy to feel brave behind a phone, but real courage is showing up, being real, and owning your words face to face. For those who are tired of dealing with the keyboard courage crew, don't waste your time. Let them fold. Focus on people who are real with you in all situations, not just when it's convenient for them. Thanks for joining me on The Seated Heart. Remember, growth requires authenticity, and that means standing behind your words no matter what. Until next time, keep growing, keep speaking your truth, and don't let the fakes get you down.